What's up? What's up, everybody? Update 6.0 is almost upon us, and I think this is going to be update 6.0 because every time they do a big update, the first number of the build gets one higher. So this is a massive update. So this is probably I'm 99% positive it's going to be update 6.0. So I thought today, they actually, if you guys didn't notice, you guys like, I didn't notice, Bagel, I haven't been farming. You told us not to farm. I haven't been farming. They actually changed already some of the in-game graphics on Giants and Dragons, right? The Giant is now just water, and the Dragon is fire. They weren't like that before. They were different. What elements were they? I think it was flip-flopped. I think it was the Dragon was water, and the Giant was fire. On the icons, like when you go to the Kairos dungeon, on little icons on the left-hand side, they actually changed those. Anyway, I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. I noticed. I was like, something is wrong, but I couldn't put my finger on what was different. But I noticed that. Maybe you guys are in the same boat. You're like, something's different. Some of you are like, I haven't been in Kairos dungeon 2 months, big. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, update 6.0. These are just a couple things. I mean, some of these may be like super obvious things to prepare for update 6.0. So let's just go over them really fast. Short video, not too crazy. This first, before we get into it, I wanted to talk about farming. So I was talking to someone from Com2Us, and it seems like they want to do, it seems like where their direction they're headed with the auto farming is like, you can farm and then you have the opportunity to change runes and work on monsters in your monster box while you're farming. And supposedly, like, I'm supposed to be very excited about that. And you can re-rune monsters as you're farming Giants and Dragons and Necro. And I'm like, okay, but I don't need to re-rune my monsters every single day for 8 hours a day. I don't know that that's really the exciting part that I'm looking forward to. I mean, it's still a work in progress, still on the table. I'm not sure how many times they're going to, like, what the auto repeat function is actually going to be. But that's kind of where the direction they're headed right now. And I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know, keep an open mind with this auto farming things. But I don't know how excited I am about the auto. But I really don't want to spend 8 hours rebooting my monsters while I'm farming dungeons. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys an update on that. Also, before we get into that, Bagel, how many before we get into the video things we're going to do before the video? I just want to give you guys whatever information I have. I just want to relay. There's 2 Bagels on the screen! What? No, that seems wrong. That's very creepy. Now that I'm seeing myself and next to myself, I'm very creeped out. Anyway, can I just take myself off? Anyway, we have an update, but like, it's really creeping me out. We have an update pack, or several packs data mined. I'm just gonna not look at myself in the corner of my, because it's creepy, right? 2 of me is too many of me. It's just too many. $29.99, purchase limit 3, light dark, 12 mysticals, 1 devilmon, energy, who I don't care about energy. Monocrystals, 200,000, that's nothing. That's like, not even 1 upgrade from 12 to 13, right? 750 crystals is pretty average when it comes to like the $29.99 packs. Energy and monocrystals or whatever. The Devilmon and the Mystical Scrolls. So like, the Mystical Scrolls is already, if that was just what was in there, that would already be a good value. Then we get the Light Dark, then we get the Devilmon on top of that. So that's already an above average value pack for the first pack. Grand Scale Update Pack 2. $70, $69.99 US dollars. Of course, everyone's in different countries, so it varies. I know some of you guys, the conversion rate is crazy. I wish maybe they would consider addressing that, Com2Us, because different people in different countries, like, sometimes it gets more expensive than intended to even buy things. And people are like, everyone in my country is free to play because we cannot afford this stuff. Because it's like, they don't realize how much it converts to in our currency is ridiculous. So yeah, I've heard from you guys throughout the course of the years. Pack number 2, $70, 2 legendary scrolls, legendary 6-star runes times 5. Remember, this is going to be still easier to get legendary 6-star runes. Not a crazy amount easier to get, but still easier to get after this new update, because B12 Dungeons is only going to drop 6-star runes and 2.5 times the chance of getting a legendary. We'll see, though. We'll see if it's really impactful and we notice it. I mean, we should notice it. Remember, back in the day, I don't know if you guys notice, or if you guys notice. I don't know if you guys, for some of you OGs, remember, dungeons used to drop 4-star runes in B10. So we've come a long way. 4-star runes to now we only get 5-star rune, 5 and 6-star runes in B10s, and now we're gonna have the B12, which is only 6-star runes, double 2.5 chance, 2.5 times the chance of getting a legendary. So we've come a long way. A long way. Some of you guys that have just started playing like in the past like year, 2 or 3, you don't remember. Man, it was painful. It was painful with the 2-minute dungeon times and getting 4-star runes, right? It was brutal. It's come a lot further than you realize. Anyway, so legendary runes. Reap stones, 8 reaps, 25 mysticals, and 1750 crystals. This is also another above average value pack. Another juicy, delicious pack. Grand scale update pack, 3, $99.99. 2 legendary elementals, 35 elemental scrolls, 4 devil bonds, 4 LDs, 2,500 crystals, and mana who cares about the mana? Mana is just like, we want it to seem extra valuable, so we're gonna throw mana in, which is basically nothing, right? It's basically nothing. For those of you that are like, I'm under 1 million mana, like 600,000 mana sounds like a lot. I'm like, you gotta farm more runes. You gotta farm more runes. Anyway, why do we get so hung up on like the different things before we even get to the video? Anyway, these are all above average value packs. They're all pretty lucrative packs considering. So I would say don't go crazy buying things until the update comes. These are going to be better than average value packs if you guys are considering spending money on anything in the coming times. Can we get rid of Bagel on screen? Nice. Okay, so like we were saying, 5 things to prepare for update 6.0. Number 5, not farming runes. Oh my goodness, not farming runes. Well, I'm not saying don't farm anything, but not farming runes. If you're going to spend the energy now to do B10 and get a lot of 5 stars, better to just save your Kairos dungeon. Not farming Kairos dungeon, really. Save all of your Kairos dungeon farming for after the update when it's going to be much more valuable, right? There's other things to farm. Focus on those before, focus on those until the update, right? And even after the update, honestly, I feel like I'm just going to go for those artifacts. I think I'm just going to be trying to farm the artifact as much as possible because, I mean, I got a decent amount of runes across all my accounts, so I think the biggest thing, I think a lot of people are going to feel the same way. Like, just from, unless you're early game, you're like, nah, I need the runes too. I need the artifacts, but I need the runes as well. So, but this excludes early game because if you're like early to mid game and you just don't have runes on your units anyway, you're like struggling to build B10 teams, I would say still work towards those B10s. If you're early game, still work towards those B10s. You still need some runes. You need like, you need a decent rune inventory to pull from when you're going to be building the B11, B12. We don't have to build B11, whatever. Who cares about B11? When you're building the B12 dungeons anyway. So if you're early, like in the earlier stages of the game, and you don't have a lot of real runes to pull from, you still, you know, farming runes is not a bad idea up until then. But anyone in mid game to late games, like, don't even buy farming runes, farm other stuff. Let's get to the other stuff. Get 6-star food ready. So here's another interesting one. Since we're going to have these artifact farming dungeons, I keep forgetting Punisher and Wolverine or something like that. Punisher and Amazing Spider-Man. No. It's something. Listen, Steel Guardian and Punisher versus Hulk. I don't know. One of those. And we're going to need to build certain different things that we may not already have in our monster box already. Like maybe weird things might be really good there. Consider that you may want to build, or you may need to build, some new 6-star monsters for some of these new dungeons. So I would say get some 5-star food, get some 5 stars, level 1s, whatever. Food's ready, whether it's rainbow mons or whether it's anything else, like taking some 3 stars and bringing them up to 5 stars, just so you have the food ready to 6-star things if you are going to need to build some of these different units you may not already have built for some of the new dungeons. Like I said, X-Men versus Silver Surfer or whatever the dungeon was. It's the Punisher. Is the Ancient Punisher? I don't know, but I keep thinking Punisher, and then I'm like, yeah, whatever. Farm R5 and build a faster team. So here's one of the things, even though there's going to be B12 dungeons now, and we're gonna get all these legendary runes, hooray, finally, we're getting 6-star runes, we're getting legendary runes, so exciting. The end of the world is upon, the end of the world is upon us, no, 2020, no. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it was too good to be true. Anyway, you're still gonna need grinds and gems for them. So if we're not farming any of the Kairos dungeon stuff right now, because it's not as efficient doing that until the end, until the update comes, farm R5 because we're still gonna need the grinds and gems. And also, you know, you could build a faster team. You don't necessarily do. And I wish people would not say like, try to shame people into you must use a BJ5 team. You can't do R5 without a BJ5. How dare you use a normal, like a beginner team, a starter team, not even a beginner team, but just like a starter team with like Fire Panda and a cleanser and, you know, Lisa and Konamiya and stuff like that, and Colleen, right? How dare you use that? Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? You can't just like start the game and be endgame. That's not how it works. So I know a lot of people have forgotten. Or like endgame players have forgotten what it's like to be early to mid game. And you do have to start somewhere. You can't just you start out and be like, oh, I have a super efficient Bailigir. Well, how is it going to be efficient? You got to get through those steps. So I mean, you have to start somewhere. Farm R5, even if it's like with the Fire Panda and the Colleen and stuff like that. Well, I mean, even Colleen is still in BJ5. Either way, she ages very well, and then she's probably gonna get a second awaken too. Colleen's, ooh. Anyway, yeah, farm R5 because you're gonna still need grinds and gems for your brand new beautiful 6-star runes from B12 Dungeons, right? If you have the opportunity to build a faster team, to go maybe quad DPS even, if that's one route, or if you have enough rune efficiency for rage runes and fight runes for BJ5, because remember, you still do need a very efficient Bailigir for BJ5. You don't need the rest of the runes on the rest of the units to be anything crazy, especially the frontline units that just die easily. But you still do need like Bailigir to be pretty good. So just keep that in mind. Farming R5 is still better than not farming R5. Anyway, farm Rift Beasts. Oh, and another thing, fight runes. Talk about the fight runes. Bagel, didn't you just say we didn't have to farm runes? Well, I meant in Kairos though. I meant in Kairos you don't have to farm runes. No, we have to farm fight runes now. Oh my god. Fight runes are good to have just in general, right? Farm Rift Beasts. Farm Rift Beasts for fight runes. Farm Rift Beasts for the homunculus. And I also think that some of the homunculuses are going to be homunculize? I don't know. Some of those homies, some of those homies are going to be good, potentially going to be good for some of these new dungeons. So keep that in mind. And fight runes are always good. Have fight runes. Because some people don't have the homunculus. And the homunculus, one of the nice things about the homunculus, like, oh, well, I don't need the homunculus. Like, the reason for the homunculus was kind of to take the place of whatever nat 5s you're missing in your monster box. So for most of us, we don't have like every nat 5. You got all the nat 5s, then probably don't need to worry too much about building the homunculus. But some of those may be very helpful in terms of like beating those new dungeons. So consider it anyway. And number 1, work on your PvP teams. I mean, this is not really doing much preparing for the next 6.0 update, but take this opportunity to work on speed tuning your arena offense team, maybe making a nice, maybe you guys are like, I just auto arena offense with, I don't know, a Chow, a Velajul, a Fengyan, and a Chasun. I called like a couple of you out that are like, oh crap, that's almost my arena offense. I do auto it. I know you guys enough. I've been on enough accounts to see enough of your decks in arena offense. That's actually pretty commonly people do that, right? Consider taking this opportunity to build some more proper proper arena offense teams. More aggressive teams, faster teams. Bruiser is fine. You know, if you're doing midweek battles and you want to auto, Bruiser's fine. But for like rush hour type stuff, consider maybe you want to take the time to build some better arena offenses, defenses, guild wars, or even RT. We just scratched that last part out. We just scratched the RTA part out. Don't work on that. No. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope maybe you guys got something out of it. I think a lot of this may just be obvious though. But I just wanted to discuss some of the things that we could do with our time in the time that we are waiting for the update to hit, instead of being like, okay, we're not gonna farm any dungeons, we're just gonna wait till the update to farm dungeons, I'm just gonna do nothing. Well, there's still a lot of stuff to do, right? And of course, still the dimensional hole, still a labyrinth, still like literally all the rest of the game. But yeah, I don't know, I've been getting like, it's weird for me to be like, don't do Kairos, don't do Dragons, Giants, Necro. It's like, this is awkward. It's very awkward for me to like pull myself out of those dungeons where I spend most of my time on my accounts. So I don't know if anyone else is feeling like anxiety over it too. Like, basically you're getting anxiety from not farming rooms. Yeah, I'm getting anxiety. I'm like, I guess I'll do Rift Beast. I need to do something. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you as always. And remember, packs can be very, very juicy. Very, very juicy. I'm excited about this update, though. I'm excited to see all the craziness that comes with these artifacts. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll see you as always in the next one.